Let me tilt this thing up a little. Yeah, my eyes look a bit tired. Hey, Facebook people. Hey, YouTubers. Hey, Instagrammarians. Wait for the Instagrammarians. Yeah, I feel good. Ta-na-na-na-na-na. You know that I want you. Ta-na-na-na-na-na. I feel good. Tum-tum. Yes. Ada, for those of you who are just joining us online, Ada was telling us about her runs story. Apparently, she lived with some lady who used to be into runs heavily in Lagos. But eventually, thank God, she was delivered from this runs. Now, Ada, tell us, how did the delivery from runs? How did it go?
Well, it happened when I went to this church, Free Nation.
Yes, we deliver people from runs.
And I was delivered after collecting me a whooping sum of 500,000 for deliverance.
And must you let them know that I collect deliverance fee? You should have just said I farted in your face.
You saw that video. South Africans.
Religion will not kill. As in religion, I cut cap for religion. Anyway, moving away from religion, the topic tonight on a Thursday is after. I want men to be honest. I know women don't mind. Women can manage aloku. Women can manage tokumbo. They can manage fairly used. They can manage second. They can manage alokums when you use and remain.
Okay.
Like if Yoruba people say aloku, for instance, alokwo, a use and remain. So when you use it and remain, meaning second hand or second new, or tokumbo is different. You see, tokumbo is the one that Oyinbo man used and remained. It's like brand new. Listen, if you buy a 10-year-old tokumbo, American used, and a 3-year-old Nigerian used, the 10-year-old American used is better than the 3-year-old Nigerian used. Then there is now the one they call first body. The car not old, but they never panel beat them before. The body na still the original first body. We follow and come. Who has heard of first body? Then there's now fairly used. When they say something Nigeria is fairly used, they mean it is very well used. So women can tolerate men even if they're fairly used, if they're tokumbo, if they're second hand, if they're... But you see, a man on the other hand finds it difficult to get back his woman, especially when she was with you before and left and now came back. They say old things are passed away, but the one that happened when she was with you, that one is not old. That one is undergoing things. So let me ask you guys a question. High mileage woman, yes.
Huh.
Yes. There's high mileage, there's high demurrage. Now, as a guy, don't lie. Don't lie. I'm talking to guys now. Do not lie. Can you take back your... I know it's easy. Women will take their men back. Women will take their men that are still cheating. Where are you?
Not
you will just fight, break his phone, scatter, call daddy freeze. After that, you will settle. You continue.
Really, Daddy Freeze. So you think?
You just say, what's going on here? I just say, Ada, you calm down. All men cheat, except Daddy Freeze. All other men cheat except me.
Look me wrong.
So Ada, don't just worry yourself. Just go and be managing him. And be grateful to God. They are the ones that cheat on you 3 times a day. Once it hasn't entered 5 times a month, you are still safe. So just be watching him. We'll be praying, So it's normal for women. But for men, King Solomon said, I can't. Where are all the men in the house? Someone said 98% of men will not. And I think you should ask the callers on the telephone, 0700 993 993 993. Let us first hear the callers on the radio. And they should not lie. Because I know Solomon is going to come and going to tell us of how righteous he is. I say Solomon, Moses is going to call and tell us about how righteous he is and how he will do it. Meanwhile, in his heart, he will not do it too. Someone said 99.9999% can't. A lot will, but they will not know. What?
Can't be faithful or what?
No, he will say he will take his woman back. Many men won't take their woman back after they've cheated. Someone said 75% of women too are aloku. Chai. They say, Ada, 75% of you people say they don't use una remain.
They've used some men.
Say una no be follow come again.
Most of us are.
Say some. Wait, say some of you they don't reborn a crankshaft. Some of you, they don't do ringing, they don't change piston and sleeve. Some of una don't, as una mileage don't high. Una dey una third engine.
We should hold Olamide. He dropped one song back then. He said, I need to understand Yoruba. Something with the meter. Basically saying there's no meter down there. So, free access.
That's what you think.
I never said that to Olamide did.
Trailer cannot be passing somewhere. Tipper be passing the same place. Okada be passing the same place. Marwa be passing the same place. And then the place will not wear and tear. It's impossible. Now you're thinking.
He said trailer.
Trailer will pass. Some people aeroplane will land and pass. Private jet will pass. Some people even steam liner, Titanic will pass. Some aeroplane is even parked there. You enter there, you see airplane, you see Okada, you see Marwa, you see everything there. When I go, they greet and I say, how far? And you say, make the thing nowhere.
It's not that bad. Daddy Freeze, come on.
Let's be honest. I know the girls are going to come after me now.
It's elastic in nature.
It's elastic in nature. But let me ask guys, can you tell if a woman is, or a lady is advanced in usage, as in she don't come up for first body? Can you tell?
I think some roads are just naturally wide, even when
some roads are wide though, from by default. That's why you have dual carriageway. You have a.
Even though cars don't frequent.
Who can tell? Raise your hand. Can you tell? You can't tell. King Solomon say yes. So I trust you. After 1,000 women, you can tell definitely.
Wow, some people are saying, of course. Daddy Freeze, can you?
I'm not that experienced though. You know I'm a man of God. Some people say they'll use Jaruma. Or more people actually saying they can tell. Someone said no road is naturally wide. You have to create the road. And all of them, they go church every Sunday. And all of them do 40 days fasting this year. And all of them still carry your January salary give pastor. And when still they talk this nonsense. Hey!
How is it nonsense?
How can you tell? For you, listen, we're not saying that the devil tempted you one day after heavy rainfall. It's like you were alone with this lady and there was heavy rainfall and the devil tempted you. You are saying you can tell, and you are not married. You can tell with the one that is used and the one that is still tokumbo. How do you waka this waka? How do you even ask for forgiveness of sin when you are done with this waka? Una dey try you.
Ask and it shall be given unto you.
Ask and it shall be given unto you. So some people just go out in the morning, they pray, Father, please bless my day. When they come back at night, Father, please forgive me for what I did today. The next day, and Luther continue.
This table, what?
I was looking for Neckar's Spiff the other day. I've caught her today. All right, so let's take some phone calls. But wait, first of all, let me try to see if I can get Neckar here. Shun the very appearance of sin. Yes, so Binta. Ada, are you ready to take phone calls?
Yeah.
All right, now, guys, 2 questions. Will you take a girl back? And 2, can you tell when a woman is experienced? Hey, I've got a guest here. First of all, let's quickly bring her on. Okay. Now, since you're a woman, I'm going to ask you a woman's question. Does it matter if a guy don't waka? As in, for instance, by the time you meet him, his body count is like 100. Does it matter to you?
Well, I would answer that question by saying nobody's perfect and you never really know what people have been through. Sometimes it's not intentional to actually have
not intentional much. To have 100 girls? How did you make a mistake?
Maybe, well, for me, let me speak for myself. I'm not really in the habit of trying to get into people's past because we all do have our past.
When I hear that from a woman, I panic.
What?
When I hear that from when a woman say we all have our past, I know ye mugbe
Daddy, please listen. I have a past. You do. Everybody does.
It's scary when it comes from a woman. I'm sorry. Sorry, I don't sound misogynistic. Who agrees that when a woman says I have a past, yay?
Oh yeah. I would say that, and I always do because I'm of the opinion. I'm not judgmental. I don't like to judge people at all, and I don't look at people in that way. Everybody deserves a chance, and that's how I would approach that question.
Now, if your guy cheats on you while you're with him, would you take him back?
Being where I am today, cheating is a deal breaker for me.
Why? How did it become a deal breaker for you? What happened?
Yeah, so the thing is, when you begin to know your worth as a human being, not even as a woman, you need to understand that take people for what they say or what they do. Like, if you tell me, let's say we're in a relationship, we've agreed to be together. If you think I'm not enough for you and you cheat on me, if I find out, that will be it for me because, sometimes cheating will make you feel less because now you're no longer looking at who did whatever he did. Now you're asking yourself if you're not enough for that person or did you do something for that person to do whatever they did. I don't want to put myself in that position. I'll never put myself in that position anymore. So, yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. Wonderful from a woman's perspective. And now, today's show is all about the guys. Our first woman said she will not take a guy back. Guys, don't lie. We're going straight to the radio. Ada, are you ready with the radio?
Yes,
Bye, Neckar.
Hi.
All right, are you ready with the radio? All right, go ahead.
All right then, 0700 993 993 993. Hello? Yes, good evening. What's your name? Hello? What's your name? Good evening. What's your name, sir? Okay, Sunday. Okay, so tell us.
He has had the experience before.
Hello? Yeah. We're listening. Have you ever cheated on your girl?
Can we get, the call is not clear. Can we get a clear line? We need somebody who's engaging. I remember one time I was on Cool FM. That's how I was doing.
Moses is here for you.
Moses, I don't complain for you down. I don't complain. Say you go wala house today. So yeah, just go on.
Hey. Hey.
Wait till Moses talk about Tokumbo.
He said you don't like Tokumbo.
Hey, Moses, you want brand new. Now, I have learned something. Tokumbo Benz is better than brand new Chinko.
I see and makes me happy.
Okay.
They are catchy.
Forgiveness no day your dictionary, Bob.
The truth is that I wouldn't lie. This has been my word and it will always be my word. And I'll tell you where I got this from. The fact is that for me, if I truly sincerely love them, this is where I got that experience. There's somebody that cheated in the Bible, that cheated. I mean, it's not cheated several times. It's only one child among all the child he gave birth to, that is that man's child. And he brought his wife back with his last penny. I believe with that friend, you know what I'm talking about. So, if God, because you want to now God forgive. If God can forgive us, who am I that can forgive? And let's go.
Now, you see, it's not about forgiving. I hope you can hear me, Moses. It's sometimes not about forgiving. It's not about letting go. How do you feel? Will you be able to touch? It's one thing to say, hey, baby, I forgive you for cheating on me with a bus driver. I forgive you for cheating on me with a gardener. I forgive you for cheating on me with Ada's husband. The problem is, am I going to be able to touch you?
Far from me.
So that's a question guys need to answer. Someone is saying, I don't see all of them now. This cheating on they cheat now. Go explain that to me.
Hello? Hello? Wally, go ahead.
Wally from Lekki. This is going to be interesting.
Hello? Yes, we can.
For me, sincerely speaking, I cannot, and I will not take over back.
He cannot and will not.
Because I have experienced a lot of times, even when I'm in politics.
Okay.
So when I was taking my bed, and when I'm in school, so most times, I don't want to mention any child, but for me, the kind of experience that again I see a lot. I cannot take over back.
But do you cheat?
I cannot say no.
You do. There's a problem when he does.
You cheat, but you have a problem with when the woman cheats.
So for me, I cannot, because I do everything about politics. As now.
Like she. Oh. Okay.
Well, now let me ask you a question. When you cheat, how do you expect your woman to take you back? Help me ask him.
When you cheat, how do you expect your woman to take you back?
That's why I don't expect them to take me back as well.
Okay, so what do? You play smart?
I know that I'm smart, so I can tell you, say no, it's not a problem.
Wife has cheated on you. Are you going to break the marriage? I don't know why.
Wow.
Lisa Andukwe, you need to come and say this live. I've been calling you. Come and say this you're saying live.
Okay. No idea. Thanks for sharing.
Ada, what's your take?
Yes. I can't take it. I can't take back a cheating man. I can't stand it. I am sorry, but I can't. I know that people will say, well, it's in the man's DNA to cheat.
But Ada, the man took you back. Lisa, take 5 minutes. Go into the bathroom. You have to pick this call. I want to hear that your mindset.
Took back when?
After you cheated now, didn't the man take you back? That's how you say you've never cheated. Just watch. Ada wants to tell us that she has never cheated in a relationship. Yeah, that's it.
That is it, I haven't.
You see, I told you she was going to say it.
For real, I haven't. I do one guy at a time.
Ah.
I think cheating is stressful, it's expensive, and it's draining.
But you see, women can lie, Shao. I remember those days when I was in the world. There used to be this thing that you call sati. In my set, I don't know what you call it now when we're growing up. We used to call it sati. Who has heard of sati? Sati is short for satellite. Are you listening?
Okay.
So for instance, when your friend brings a girl home, you all go out of the room and pretend that you've gone. Then you now run around to the window and be peeping to be seeing what they are doing. Quarters with some very bad boys. So not only did we used to have satellite sessions, we used to have channels. As in people, they beat themselves on top channel. Channel is the vantage peeping position. Do you understand? Are you listening, Ada?
Yes, I am.
So sometimes the guys too want to entertain us, because especially those guys that have mouth that my name is Tunde 2 hours. Satira money. So what used to happen was the best position was inside the roof. There was one day we nearly died of dehydration.
Inside the roof.
Inside, you enter the ceiling through the next room. Then there is a hole right on top of the bed. So from there in the ceiling, as in, if they tell you to do this workout, you suspend on 2 beams and bend your eye and put your eye inside that hole. And you'll be there like that for 2 hours, 30 minutes. Your hand will not pain you, your teeth will not pain you. Fine, you come out and they'll massage you for like 2 weeks. Tunde 2 hours. That's how and the sati used to be, as in, I know people that used to be dedicated sati watchers. Once they just see babe, there was one day one guy just brought a babe. It was like, for instance, I took my friend. Let me imagine Simply Vic is my friend, and I allowed him to use my room. Simply Vic, no, say my room now. Now satellite room. Now so Simply Vic carrying babe, go my room. All the guys just went out. Omo. They now started running around to the back to go to the window channel. It had rained, so there was a lot of grass on the floor. Do you know, as these people were creeping, they were picking the leaves so that the leaves would not make noise. As we were crawling in the grass like goats, they were picking all the leaves and putting them aside and crawling till they get to that window. That's when I knew that some people, their life no get hope. But anyway, there was a friend of mine called Wally. Blackwally, as in this guy was black. So we used to call him Blackwally. And Wally gets stamina for woman. That's how Wally went to bring one lady. I've forgotten what the lady's name was. Do you understand? So Wally brought the lady. Yeah. Luckily for us that day, was only like 2 of us that were around. So we all went to watch the sati. And I liked what I was seeing with the lady. I was like so impressed. So I decided to hunt the lady down. Those days were useless. So this is my guy's baby. So I started going to look for the girl and all that. You know, we're in school. We didn't have sense. So luckily for me, the lady was staying in Ibadan. I was staying in Ibadan. Wale had relocated, or the lady happened to be around Ibadan. She didn't go on holiday early. So Wale, as soon as school closed, Wale don't face Abuja. So Johnny don't far. He can't remain me and the girl inside Ibadan. That's why I begin to chase the girl. They profess love we no exist. Just they psych am. Until finally, one day this girl agreed. Now I tripped off, so I want them to hear the gist. I now took this girl back to the same satellite room. we now started, almost we started like this. The girl just said, "Ow! You have deflowered me," and she started crying. This is a woman I watched with Wale 1 hour. I watched the Sati part 1 and part 2, disc 1 and disc 2. And the woman told me that I must marry her, that I have deflowered her.
Oh, you must marry her.
I don't even if he finished. Now me run.
Maybe she just gave me a
No, she was serious. She was crying.
Anyway,
She said she never wanted to do this before marriage. I'm like, you never wanted to do what before marriage? After Wale?
just hold on with the story. You know what? Hold on with the story. We'll be right back for you to continue.
So that's when I realized my perspective on women changed totally. As in, with a straight face, tears in her eyes, crying. I'm like, this woman. It's not like the place was like you want to hear anything or anywhere. Everywhere. The pregnancy of people and come and give you. They should not look all of you inside the crowd and say which one will move where. I'll give it to Henry. So that changed my perspective of women. I had to go and look for that guy that me and him watched that Wale and go and ask him, say, "Come, remember that girl?" He said, "Yes." He even mentioned her name. I said, "That's why I carry the girl." No. The girl can't say I must marry him. I'm telling you. Road we don't clear everywhere, open everywhere. And all of a sudden, the lady was claiming.
99.3 Nigeria info, and we have Daddy Freeze right here. Okay, Daddy Freeze.
Yes, so like I was saying, so at that stage, I'm sorry, that girl messed every woman up for me from that day. I became more paranoid with women. As in, I would date a girl, the girl would say, I don't want to mention somebody's name, but she said that I was her first. And I went there, and it was trailer. As in, it was a manhole. It was Grand Canyon. And she gave me the excuse that I don't want to talk about the excuse or whatever it was. And in my heart, I did not believe. I did not believe. And since then, I stopped trusting. Before I was a free spirit. Really, okay. I just believe, oh, you've been with one person, all right. But for that drama scene, it now took me like 2 weeks to run away from that girl. Because the girl now tell me, say, I'll be her husband. Say, na me, clear the road. Na me must marry him. I nearly relocate on top of this girl matter. This girl was so serious. She wasn't joking. She wanted me to marry her. I told her I had a girlfriend. She said she doesn't mind that. That I wasn't thinking of that when I
approached her.
So it messed with. So I find it hard to trust women unless the thing is intact. When a woman tells me that, when I was younger, my uncle did this. I don't know the lorry. Then there was another story. Someone who went to school in Poland told me. She said 5 Nigerian guys came to Poland and they all met this girl. And each time they met the girl, they were the girls first, except an uncle who had done something to her when she was younger. So as that one they break up, the next guy came. Have you ever been with anybody before? No, you're my first. When I was younger, my uncle. After that, nothing else has happened to me until you came along. The third one came. After the 5th one, one day, the guys now started meeting each other and started saying, you don't, and And they now all start saying the same line the girl was giving all of. That's how 5 guys realized that. For us 5,
Wow.
for us 5 to have gone through this same experience. Do you understand? For us 5 to have gone through this same experience, it means that there must have been like 50 before us.
Oh, Daddy Freeze.
Think about it. Let me tell you another story. I remember when we were launching.
We have less than a minute, Daddy Freeze.
Okay, and I'm going to take a call. And we're closing. I remember when we were launching Cool FM Abuja. Calm down, Adaobi. You have to hear this gist. This guy was dating this girl. And this girl told him that none before they marry because she's waiting. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So, we're now sitting down at the table having a couple of drinks and gisting. So this guy now borrows one guy that just came to drink with us. He ran out. You know that time credit was 50 naira a minute. If you have 50 naira, you call and finish talking, finish. You can't talk again. You have to buy credit. And then they used to sell credit only during the day. So if you didn't have spare credit at home, you'd be stuck. So the guy just asked the random guy, "Can I please make a 1-minute call on your phone?" So he dials the girl's number. Like for instance, I want to call Adaobi, and I just dial your number and press send, and the number is saved as hot.
Okay.
Do you understand? So his church mind now said, let me even check what text messages he has been sending to hot. He just scrolled back a bit. He didn't need to scroll far. The girl was an Abuja runs girl, and that guy that he was drinking with was the one pimping her to senators.
Oh, wow.
Meanwhile, one maga dey queue wey never collect, but na him that they prime for marriage, that they prepare am, that they arrange am, that they prepare the guy for marriage. Meanwhile, senators don't pass the road. That was her name, hot. So I witnessed that, as in the guy was demoralized. We're begging him.
Her name's out.
So when you see human beings like this, not human beings or human beings, I was said that will be, how do you trust? Then now a woman now goes ahead, after all I've seen, a woman now breaks my trust and cheats on me. I cannot ever take her back personally, not because of anything, but because of the sati, because of hot, because of all my experiences as a human being, because of the Grand Canyon that told me it was only one person, because of the Polish girl, because I will now be so paranoid. As in, if you go outside.
Why didn't you stay at one place? You were also hopping around.
No, I'm not. I don't care about you hopping around. I don't care about how many times you hopped around. If you hop from a plane to a chopper before you met me, that's your problem. But the moment we're together, once you cheat on me, I just put you in the same box with that Ada. I say Ada, that satellite girl from the first story. I put you with hot.
Crazy.
Or what do you think, guys? Am I wrong? So it's not that I can't forgive you. I can forgive, but I can't live with it. I can't live with the aftermath. Because you yourself will not like me. Once I enter the phone and I see your I say, give me your phone, give me who have you been talking to? Now you go break them, not be me. Now you go leave the relationship. Trust will become zero. As in, if you are answering your call, this I'll be peeping to see who you are talking to. Because that trust is broken. I agree that same thing with a girl. If I cheat on my woman, I know that the trust is going to be broken and it's going to be a hard fix. is going to be hard to fix. Trust me. Can we take one call?
No, Daddy Freeze.
Why are you
4
wicked like
minutes
this?
gone past 12, and you have to go.
I know I have to go, but just one call. Like just one call.
No, Daddy Freeze. No.
Why are you refusing me this night?
Daddy Freeze, do you know what you're saying? What?
Why are you refusing me?
You're
I
live
don't
on
like
the
being
radio.
refused.
Please.
Okay, just
I am
once.
not-
Let's just do it once.
Do what, please?
I mean the phone call now.
Take
Just
a
one phone call.
Okay, just one phone call. Daddy Freeze, please. Okay, 0700 993 993 993. Hello. Good morning. What's your name? Alright, Jasper, you have 30 seconds. You take her back. Okay. You're a great guy. Thanks.
Break up with her, but the relationship will end by itself because there will be no trust left. I'll just be searching everywhere. I'll be paranoid.
I get that feel.
So it's not like I'll say, you know what, I'll forgive her and I'll really try to work on the relationship. But knowing myself, I will check her bag with X-ray, do CT scan for her purse, dust her phone for controlled substances. I will never trust her again. And that you can't fix. You can't fix your paranoia. You can't tune off your paranoia.
Sure. It's hard, actually.
It's not like I'll break up with her. No, if I catch my woman. No. I won't break up with her. But the trust system, she'll have to walk. I should be, a human being. I've been with a girl who cheated on me and tried to work on it. And trust me, the poor girl worked and worked and worked. But at the end of the day, it never was the same again. I just couldn't I didn't break. At the end of the day, she left.
Oh, dear.
At the end of the day, she left. Because, and I was messed up for like another 2 girls before my head now balanced. Because I just couldn't trust. And the funny thing is, when you catch them cheating, you trusted them, so you expected that they were not going to be cheating at that time. So you lose guarded. So you now be blaming yourself and saying, why did I lose guard? What happened? She called me and told me that she wanted to go clubbing with her friends.
Okay.
She said, do you know till today, no, I can't be in a relationship with, wow, you want to go clubbing with which stupid friends? I will end the relationship before the clubbing so that I will know that whatever you did during the clubbing, at least we're not dating, we didn't cheat. I will not, because of what happened 20 years ago.
You see have trust issues then?
Of course I have trust issues. You can't mess me up and then you expect me not to have trust issues. Of course I'm going to have trust issues.
Okay, Daddy Freeze, 8 minutes gone past 12. I think you should continue on Instagram. Don't you think so?
No, I want to continue on the radio. The radio is sweeter than Instagram.
No, Daddy Freeze.
All right, bye.
Yes, bye. Okay, Daddy Freeze, do have an amazing weekend.
You too. We'll be back on the radio 99.3. Now, what I was saying was, I was free. Was toasting her. When a guy is toasting, if a guy is not toasting you, it's safer. But once a guy he has that intention, once he wants to toast you, what does he want to toast you for? So that you can be his mother's house girl. He wants to get there. I want to remember exactly how the story went. So the girl told me that tonight she wants to go clubbing, and she even wanted me to go with them, but I couldn't because I was working on the radio back then in Ibadan. So I was like, you know what? Whatever. Just go and have fun. I'm tired when I'm done on the radio. I don't think I'll have the energy to come clubbing. You just go and have fun. That's how Auntie went to have fun. After the fun, they had some drinks and Those days we used to have drinks called punch. I don't know if you remember punch. That guys would make and mix all sorts of stuff inside it. Now, the part after the club, they had an after party of some sort. You know, they go clubbing, they move from one club to the next club, and then they ended up in a house party. For some club boys were having a party in somebody's house. So they ended up there, and the house had rooms and all that. That's how the guy took the babe upstairs after she had drank a lot of punch. And then they used to mix some of this aphrodisiacs in the punch. So the girls would get whatever. So that's how Auntie's body began to minister to her, and the guy was there ministering to her body, was ministering to her, and the guy took advantage. Of course, he didn't violate her in any way. He just took advantage of her, and she was a willing accomplice. The next morning, she wakes up in this guy's arms. The two of them had passed out. No protection, nothing. The girl now comes back. This is the matter at hand. It was one of the most traumatic experiences of my life. I was young then. Now I'd have been a bit more mature, but then I couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle it. I was broken. And then, forget club. This girl could not go and buy suya with her friends. Because I felt that if I could have told her that day that, why are you going to the club? No, you shouldn't go to any club. Go and stay in your room, since I'm not going to be there. But I felt that it was my fault. You know, when you go through a traumatic experience, there's a point where you self-blame. You say, it was I didn't blame her. I ended up blaming myself. I'm like, wow, stupid was. What did I think? How could I have allowed her to go to club? I must have been mad. Someone said it was alcohol induced. If she was at home with her parents or in her hostel where there's night out for boys at 9 o'clock, could the alcohol have induced her? So the whole error in that day was me allowing her to go clubbing. After that, I was like, you know what? You have to be in your hostel by 8 o'clock. No guy is allowed to come and greet you. It became so much war. At the end of the day, by the time the girl woke up one day and said, I can't do this anymore, I was like, yeah, me too. We can't do this. It's too much. And the funny thing is, in retrospect, she was a good girl. Maybe I could even have married her. But after that traumatic experience, she was not happy with herself, and neither was I. So, and it has affected me up until now. I can't be in a relationship. I tell my woman, say, I don't do ladies' night out too. Please. That's how all these things start. My friend has a friend, they have a friend, we go. I'm sorry. It's a deal. Ladies' night out is a deal breaker for me. If you want us to have a night out, we go together. Me too, I don't go clubbing alone. If my woman is not there, then it has to be my church members taking me clubbing. And that's why I don't even like traveling without my woman. I don't want to hear story. I don't want somebody, because I'm a human being too. You can spike my drink, but if you spike my drink and I'm with my woman, we'll be getting down together anyway. So hey, it's all good. So that's my take. Sometimes it's not about the forgiveness. It's about the aftermath. Guys, have conversations with your women. Ladies, have conversations with your men. Talk about your deal breakers. Express in clear terms what they mean to you. So at the end of the day, you can communicate properly. If you don't like something, don't pretend you can tolerate it. Don't pretend. Don't try to be a nice guy. Don't try to be a cool guy. And I was a cool guy, it put me in trouble. If you're in a relationship, set your boundaries. Hey, I want to hang out with my friends. Let your friends go and find husbands. Let them go and find boyfriends. or let them go and find other friends who are not in relationships. I do not tolerate ladies' night out. I'm so sorry. I don't want to have to forgive you. I don't want the burden on me to forgive you. If you're inside the house, of course you can cheat anywhere, but the chances are less if you're in the house. But when you go and your friends are hanging out and you're drinking and there's a fine guy comes around and your friends can put peer pressure on you. It's happened to me before. You are with your guys and a girl's coming around and the guy say you can't toast this girl. You don't have the mind. They put pressure on you and then you fall, and at the end of the day, some poor guy at home or poor girl at home gets to suffer. So please, draw out your lines. When you are doing tug of war, there is a line. Do not cross this line. Once you cross that line, it is what it is. Thank you guys for joining us. God bless. Tomorrow we're going to have a proper preaching session. From time to time, I like having sessions where we discuss things that affect us as people, affect couples, and all what have you, just so we can have a more wholesome experience. Someone said you are a Christian and you're saying you can't forget. Now, wow, I'm a Christian. I'm not an angel. I can't forget. I can forgive. Do you know what it is to forget? You can't control. Can you control your brain? You can't forget. Especially if it's a traumatic experience. I am telling you, traumatic experience that happened to me 20 years ago. I remember them clearly. I remember my first breakup. The first girl I dated when I was 18. We dated for about 3 or 4 years. Broke up when I was like 21. I still remember the breakup. I remember it wasn't a breakup day. It was a breakup period. When I was trying to beg back. And it was because of another girl. So you can't forget those traumatic experiences and you don't want to relive them, so you try as much as possible to avoid them. Anyway, take care. God bless. See you tomorrow. We're going to be preaching. Franca, take care of yourself. Ineka, thanks for joining. Henry the Great, God bless you. The rest of you, love you all. Esther, Omori, Ifi, Wankwo, take care. God bless you.